Hi, my name is Raquel, and you might consider me to be a little bit of a beauty addict, but I prefer the term beauty enthusiast. And the one beauty product I love the most, lip products. So many, I had to split my collection into high-end and drugstore. Matter of my lip addiction, every Saturday we'll discuss a new lip product. This is Smack Talking Saturdays. Who says talking smack is whack? I hope you are having a great day and are doing well. Welcome back to another Smack Talking Saturday. I am really excited to be talking about these two items, or two new lip items from Revlon, and I'm sure you've been hearing a lot about them. They are the Revlon Matte Balms and the Revlon Lacquer Balms. Now, I was able to find these at a Bed Bath & Beyond that sells cosmetics, and they were $6.99 a piece. So I have 4 of the mattes and 2 of the lacs to talk about. In terms of packaging, both the Lacquer Balms and the Matte Balms look just like the Kissable Balm stains of Revlon. So here is the Revlon Kissable Balm stain. Here is one of the matte balms, and here is a lacquer balm. So there is a slight difference in the color or how they package them, but it's still that chubby pencil that you're used to. You twist up from the bottom, you don't need a sharpener, and it does have a slight minty tingle as well as a slight minty smell to all 3 of these products. Okay, so let's talk Lacquer Balms. The Lacquer Balms come in 10 shades. It didn't say whether it was limited edition or not. I think that these are going to be permanent and that more should be coming maybe in December or so. So stay tuned to your local drugstores for that. And I want to break this down by color. So the first one we're going to talk about is number 125 Flirtatious. Now, I would describe this as a red that has a lot of pink to it. It is really gorgeous to look at in the tube. There it is in the tube. And again, you just twist from this silver part to get more of the product. And you will notice that it does, when you look at it, it does have some red flecks of glitter. I don't know if that will pick up on the camera, but this does have red flecks of glitter. This really does go on nice and smoothly. These are called Balms. I didn't receive any moisture from the Lacquer Balms at all. I really wasn't expecting to. I didn't really receive a lot of moisture from the Kissable Balm stains, but I love the fact that those stain your lips and the color lasted a good while. 125 Flirtatious goes on really nice and smooth, really easy to build up color, or you can go a little bit lighter if you want a more translucent color. I just wasn't happy with the glitter particles in this product, because when it wears, and it wears about, I would say, 2 to 2.5 hours before you need to reapply, you do have those funny little glitter sparkles on your lips, and that's just not a look I try to rock very often. The last Lacquer Balm I have is shade number 135 Provocateur. I would describe this shade as a red that leans more towards the orange, so it's not a blue-based red. This shade does not have any sparkles, and just like the other shade Flirtatious, really glides on nice and smoothly. You get a nice amount of gloss, a lot of shine, really comfortable to wear. Wore about the same as the Flirtatious, about 2.5 hours before you need to retouch, but it was a beautiful color. Now, these aren't going to stain your lips. They're just not the Kissable Balm stains. They're a completely different entity of itself. If you did like the Revlon lip butters, I think you will like these. It's in a chubby pencil form, which I personally like because I can use it as my liner, I can use it as my lip color, and I can use it as my lip gloss as well. So I liked this color more than I liked the color Flirtatious because it did not have those glitter particles in them. So here are those swatches of number 125 Flirtatious and number 135 Provocateur, again on the lips and also swatched on the skin for you. So let's talk about the matte bombs. I have to admit I was pretty excited for the matte bombs, more so than the lacquer bombs, because my newest obsession is matte lips. I'm just kind of loving the matte lip look, so I was really excited to be able to try these. Again, just like the lacquer bombs, you can get these in 10 shades, and I have 4 of the 10 to show you today. So the first shade I'd like to talk to you about is shade number 210, Unapologetic. I would describe this shade as a pinky coral color. It's really beautiful. There is a little bit of milkiness, I will say, to this color, so it's like a milky pinky coral, as you can probably see from the swatch. When I put this on my lips, unfortunately, it didn't glide on nice and smooth as compared to the other colors that I'm going to share with you in a little bit. I found it kind of patchy for my lips. And it just didn't look good on my skin tone. I'm an NC45 for reference. Not saying that if you're an NC45 girl, you couldn't rock this, but for me, it just wasn't working for me. But I love the color, streaky, and I don't think that this was the most flattering shade for me, but I've seen it on other people and they are working it. Next shade is shade number 220, and this is called Showy. I would describe this as a milky pink shade. It definitely has a more blue-based tone to it, but again, it kind of has that milkiness, like a creaminess to the pink shade, if you know what I mean. This, like Unapologetic, did not do me any favors at all. It applied like Unapologetic on my lips, where it was just kind of streaky and wasn't the best shade for me. Now, would I still recommend trying this if you're interested in this color? Yes, but I just found with these two shades with that kind of milky undertone in the shade just weren't flattering on my NC45 skin, but that's not to say it can work for anyone else. This did also apply kind of patchy and really kind of made the lines of my lips show and look more pronounced, so wasn't necessarily a fan of how this looked on me. The next shade I have to show you is shade number 240, and it's called Striking, and it's actually what I have on right now. Now, unlike the other two matte bombs, this one I really did like. I would describe this as a red-based orange. Very nice, easy to wear. It glided on very nicely. It did make the lines in my lips look more pronounced. And it really has this nice velvety feel. These lasted about, I would say, 4 hours before I was kind of looking to touch up, and really it left a pretty nice stain on the lips as well, so I just kind of touched up just to kind of intensify the color, but it did leave a nice stain, and I'm really liking this. It didn't have that milkiness like the other two colors, and I think that's why it's a little bit more flattering on my skin tone, and it wore pretty nicely. So the last shade of the matte bombs I have to share with you is shade 250, Stand Out. I would describe this as like a brick red. It's a red that has a lot of brown undertones to it. This, just like the Striking, worked very nicely, very velvety, creamy onto the lips. It didn't accentuate lines and wore the same, just like Striking. So here again are those lip swatches of all the matte shades and them swatched on the skin. Overall, I'm happy that Revlon did release the lacquer bombs and the matte bombs. They're kind of reminiscent, if you remember last week when we talked about the Tarte lip set, how they have the lip surgeons and then they have the matte lip surgeons. They kind of remind me of that in a sense, but a lot more affordable, because I believe those run $24, $25 a piece. And like I said, I was able to find these at my Bed Bath & Beyond, or at a Bed Bath & Beyond, for $6.99. So they're a fraction of the cost. If I had to choose one of the lacquer bombs or of the matte bombs to try first, I recommend trying the matte bombs first. To me, the lacquer bombs, while they're nice and pretty in color, I'm not a big fan of glitter in my lipstick. And to be honest with you, there's nothing really special about them. They're not going to last you longer throughout your day. But if you like the color that you see, definitely pick it up. But there's nothing truly special about the lacquer balms as opposed to the matte balms. I highly recommend, if you do decide to go to your Bed Bath & Beyond, give them a call. You can go on their website, go to the store locator, and there's a little symbol that will let you know whether they have a health and beauty care section. But I still recommend calling, because the first one I went to had a health and beauty section, but they didn't have cosmetics. They just had skincare, so then I had to go to another one. So definitely call them up, ask them if they sell Revlon cosmetics before you make a drive out there, because the closest Bed Bath & Beyond to me does not carry cosmetics, and I don't want you to waste gas. Also, if you're in the Dallas area, I will leave the address of where I found mine down below, so you can go check them out for yourself. That's all the smack talk I have for you this Saturday. Have you tried these lip products? Let me know your thoughts below. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.